my bass. Good vibes in my head. Good vibes everywhere. You wanna dance to my banjo?
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Young and African, where we're going to be tackling a really important topic today. Here with me are my usual friends. And on the cast today, I've got Shaniqua, Tendo on my left, I've got Taps, and I've got Rapper. So today we're going to be talking about career, education, something really important, and a topic obviously I think you guys would be interested to give some input into. So I'm going to just go around and, talk a little bit about what you guys are doing as far as your careers, your education, so that we can knock that out and discuss. So I'm going to start with Ropa. Ropa, just give us a little bit about what's going on as far as your schooling is going.
Well, I'm currently in year 12.
Year 12 is good.
It's a bit hard, but it's going good, yeah.
Yeah, you're halfway through it.
Yeah. So it's going by pretty fast.
Yeah.
Right now we're trying to do pick out what we want to do after school. So picking out universities and
what are you doing?
Like
what are your options?
Well, I kind of want to do GP work.
Okay.
Yeah.
The doctor in the house.
Dr. Ropa sounds good. I like the ring to that. There's a ring to that. Yeah. All right. So that you want to be a doctor, medical doctor. That's good. If that doesn't work out, hopefully it works out. But if that doesn't work out, do we have any other options?
Yes, I'm thinking of nurse practitioning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not nurse.
But that's all right. That's okay. We'll come back to that. Very specific, which is good. Yeah. And Mr. Taps here.
Oh, me.
What do we have on the cards?
Okay, me, I'm in uni, I'm in one of my final years. I do sports and exercise science.
Okay.
Up at Deacon.
Different.
Yeah, I'm a big sportsman. I play a lot of football or soccer.
I don't know about big, but yeah.
Bedroom.
I'm a starter. Wait, please. Respect me, please. Damn. But no. But sports is very big for me, so anything sports related I love to do. For me, uni is more of a backup plan, as football is my main passion, my main focus. So I'm just trying to get it out the way first, so I can focus on doing football full time. And then if I want to come back and do more uni, I have the option. It's there.
Yeah.
And then there's a job waiting for me as soon as I get out of when I retire or this thing or the other. So.
Good. You're thinking far ahead. Yeah, we're thinking into retirement.
You need a plan. Have you met our parents?
And Miss Giggly here. What's going on? What's happening?
So I am in my third year of social work, studying social work, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
I've got 7 days left of my placement, my first placement. So yes, it's been a long 4 months of non-stop placement. 4 months. Yeah. I started in February. So
February.
Anyway, so third year, I've got 1 more year left.
Good. Doing well. Yeah.
Yes.
Miss Shaniqua.
Yeah, so I'm also in my third year. I study psychology over at Monash. Have a passion for mental health, working with children. So that's kind of me. So third year, and then hopefully for honours next year.
We're
getting there. Okay.
Doing our honours next
Yeah,
year.
and that's it. That's the spirit, isn't it? We've got to be positive about it. So it's good. I'm sitting here with really bright young minds. I guess, just in continuation with, what we've been talking about being young in Australia. How did you arrive at the career choices that you've come at? Taps.
Well, okay.
He was ready to talk anyway. He had to talk for a
You looked like you had something burning.
No, for me, obviously football has always been my main thing. But I feel like, especially in Australia, the opportunity for careers it's endless.
Yeah.
It's really endless, and I think it's really given me the platform to really explore courses and jobs that will complement what I want to do in my life. So being able to have that choice of picking and choosing and tailoring my course, my education to my own passions and needs is something I found to be really important and really integral for me and for other youth growing up. Like here, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to do physio first off, but I didn't get the ATAR.
Yeah, physio.
Because
That happened.
Long day.
It's like 99, especially in COVID times.
Yeah.
You were getting
Blame it on
no
COVID.
help,
Blame it on COVID. Yeah.
all that, it was not a help. But to be able to still have that pathway to be able to still go and do physio maybe just later on.
And you're still young.
And I'm still young.
Yeah.
I'm very much young, unlike some people.
Some people, what are you talking about?
But
That's
some people
crazy.
are pushing 30. So. Not you. Just saying.
What's your Enoch? These kids. Anyway.
But yes.
Yeah.
So just having the option is it's really good, and I think in Australia we're really spoiled for choice.
A choice.
You just have to research, just explore. Where there's a will, there's a way, guys.
Yeah.
Where there's a
Do
will, there's a way.
something. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something.
Okay. And you, Miss Freud?
So how did I pick psychology? When I was younger, I wanted to become a pediatrician, so like a doctor for kids. Came to Australia, did my high school, and in year 12, I actually picked psychology in year 12. I didn't know I wanted to do psychology from like year 7. Now, I picked in year 12, like I think almost around the time we were like deciding and like talking to your mentors and stuff like that. So I picked them. And I think for me, I figured out that I really liked talking, but like a bit. But like I liked talking to people and helping them, like whether it's mental health, what they're doing with their lives, and especially like young children. Like I hope, like my biggest goal is to become a child psychologist. Like I work with children. Like I love children, the youth, like working with their goals, what they want to do, and like the challenges they face, or like even like behavioral issues. Like even for me at the moment, I'm a youth leader. So on Fridays, I love like watching the kids and like seeing the interactions and like all those things. So just like a passion for mental health and like working with kids. Yeah.
So you just went off things that you naturally liked.
I knew I wanted to be in health, and I was like, okay, let me be specific. Like be specific because I know so like I almost did like a Bachelor of Science, but I was like, you know what, let me be specific because medicine is still an option for me. So
on the
like,
cards,
so I just went specific. But like to anyone watching, like do something within your interests. Like start there. If you don't know what you want to do, okay, I like health. Like work in there, like see what's going on. Like just be specific and you've got options. Like Tab said, the options here in Australia are insane. Like a lot of our parents came to Australia because there's opportunity, there's options, and you can do whatever you want to do. Like it's there.
It's there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys have a lot to say. Tender.
Okay, I didn't grow up knowing what I wanted to be like be a social worker until like year 10. I was doing health and human development, and then we were looking in the careers that subject has involved, you know what I mean? And my teacher was like, there's social work, and then that's when I first, because when growing up, you hit social work, all you know is about child protection. You don't really know about the other side of social work. You don't understand
how vast it is.
So obviously I was like, I don't know about child protection, but I was like, you know what, let me do it anyways, study it. So then obviously I finished high school, and then I went into social work, and it's opened up my eyes of like what different pathways I can go. I definitely want to work with children. That's one thing I love doing. I've always worked with kids, all my jobs. So I want to work with children. I'm thinking also, I don't know, I keep changing my mind, but I think also I want to get into like mental health as well, work in hospitals. So it's like, it's a lot to like figure out. I do know, but I've always loved working with children, and I think I'm really good at communicating and things like that. So I think that's in that job, and that you need to be good at communicating, and I have a lot of compassion and things like that. So that fits.
And you're enjoying the journey so far?
Yes, I'm loving it. It's actually a really good.
Pretty intense. The placements are huge.
It is, but it's opened my eyes into like, because obviously you're at uni, you're just textbook, and then actually being in it and like experiencing like the real emotions and things like that. It's very beneficial. I'm loving it.
Good. And Dr. Ropa, how did we get to? How did we arrive at that conclusion?
I guess I was kind of inspired by like my mum and like her like passion with nursing and like the medical field. I think that's like kind of what got me into like really getting interested into like health and taking care of people and seeing how much she loved it, and I kind of wanted to like, you know, like
wanted to
experience.
So there was obviously influence from home there, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
How much of your career choices are influenced, would you say, by your parents, the people around you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I say massive. Massive.
Exactly.
Like you might not follow it, but like I guess that like that will always be in the back of your head, just them. So like, oh, like you should do this.
You should do that.
I think you should do this. You'll be good for this.
So is there a bit of swaying from mum and dad towards a certain direction?
I think her dream was for like one of her children to be a nurse like her, but none of us took that route. But then like she loves how like I'm kind of, you know, as a social worker, it's kind of similar. You're still caring for people, working for people. So it's like I'm more like my mum out of my siblings in that sense. But she's still
same for you, Shaniqua. Did mom steer you certain direction?
My mom's an accountant, sorry. I love that.
But what about the dad?
My dad's a doctor, so obviously I took the health.
You went
to up there. But he studies. He's a medical doctor, and back when we go visit home, like back in Zimbabwe, like he's got a clinic as well. So when we go, like watching all of that stuff interests me, and I'm like okay, first off, my parents, I don't want to do accounting now. Let me just look at the medicine
numbers
side.
are not for you.
Not for me. So I went to the medicine side, and like obviously I've had conversations with my parents, like, you know, you'd be good at this, like, you know, your health and you're talking and like all this. It's like, they definitely sway what you're gonna do, but like. As long as you're having conversation, you won't be like pushed, but you can sway
because they know your strength.
They know you all your life. And like you'd be good at you'd be really good at this.
All right.
I think the common theme that we're seeing is all our parents want us to do something in the health sector.
And I was going to ask.
That's where the money is apparently.
And that's where I was getting to taps, because your career choice is quite different.
It is quite different.
It's very outside the norm. How was that, you know, accepted or welcomed by parents? When you said I want to do sports.
The only way it's been accepted is because when I was younger, I was good at the sport. I was getting a lot of recognition. There was a lot of opportunity for me. So it's like, for them, they saw the potential that I had in myself. It wasn't like a pipe dream. So it's like, oh, he has the skill and the attitude to be able to achieve this. So let's
be good at
support him. Because my parents, they supported me in my football journey a lot. They used to drive my 1-2 hours just for one-day games, stuff like that. So for them, I think they've just supported me a lot. But I've rewarded them in the same sense as I'm still doing something in the health sector. So it's a trade-off.
Yes,
it's a trade-off.
And they've obviously put so much into it. So, you know, seeing it come through. Okay, that's good. How much of so you've obviously sat down. I know you sit down with your career guidance counselors and whatever they're called now at uni to discuss career choices. But at home, are you sitting down with mom and dad, you know, towards year 12 and saying, okay, this is what I'm thinking? And are they saying, well, this is not going to give you money? Or how much of that money talk was, you know, was there a lot of, you know, this is not going to earn you good, you know, money?
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone has conversations. You tell them what you want to do. You look at the pros and cons. Well, I study psychology, so for me, it looked like a lot of years of study. The honors, the masters, will you do this? Will you actually do the masters?
Are you?
Stuff? For me, I do want to do it. Like,
you want to do it,
I want to do it, but we have to have those conversations.
That are you know, do you have the willpower to stick around for the next 6-7 years? Because psych takes about that long.
Even now, my parents are very much part of my uni journey. Like, they see all my results. They know. For me personally, like,
not the same for Tendo.
We're passing. That's it.
She's trying. For me, they know, because I have to like get a little bit, you know, like I need to do really well to get into what I want to do. So they know, and like my dad is a tutor at uni as well, so he knows how the uni works. Like, you get results in your emails. So, and I don't mind that openness with my parents because I know they help. Like, for me, it works okay.
It works okay,
but others, they're like, oh no.
Nah. And Tendo, so no, that's not the case. Is it just you?
I open it and I just move on with my day. I don't think I need to share it. And it's like, I don't know. As long as I'm still in the degree, that's all I need to worry about. That's why I tell them. I'm like, as long as I'm still in uni, that's everything you
don't worry about me. I'm good.
If I wasn't in uni, then you would know I'm not doing well.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's fine as long as you're still continuing with what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's all right.
Good. Like I said, third year. One more to go. I'm good.
Exactly.
Don't worry. See you at graduation.
I'm graduating.
It sounds like you've got a good head on you, Tendo. So that's good. All right. So you guys have also spoken about, other options. Was that also, in discussion with, or was it just you? Oh, okay, I'm still young. I can pursue these other, options. How well informed were you about your career choices before you got into them?
I think we're pretty well informed, but I think common consensus is that sometimes we get a bit pushed. It's like, oh, you're young, so you have to do a lot. You have the opportunity to do a lot, so you should do it now. Before later.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I would say we're informed a bit, but sometimes I do feel a bit rushed sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's so much you have to do. You have the time to do it now, so go do it.
Yeah.
But then you've got so much else to do outside of education.
It's not just education. There's still a life for us to live.
So do you feel that African parents are pushing towards that education academic side? Yes. So there was okay. So they're supportive of the education side of it because that's what they push for. But what about, if you wanted to explore entrepreneurship and how is that taken? If you had said, look, I'm not doing uni, I want to pursue selling or whatever. I don't know. What other business?
I feel like as long as you give them a game plan of what you want to do, they'll let you do it. Because if you just go to them saying, oh, I want to create a business, then it's what business? What
do you have a business plan?
Do you have this? Do you have that? You just have to be prepared. Like, for stuff like that, it's like you basically have to pitch that idea to them.
It's
a pitch. And the more convincing your pitch, the more likely they're gonna let you do it.
So there's a lot of grilling.
Oh yeah,
before you can be allowed to.
I had to make a PowerPoint one time for them to let me to pursue football.
Oh my god, a PowerPoint! Wow.
I love PowerPoint. I said ABC.
You've got to though.
They're emphasizing on the education.
Because me, I have a business. But if I talk about Angelic Bear. Anyway, so I have a business and I'm in uni, but like I think because obviously it's tricky. Like obviously I see the best for my business and I see it growing and expanding and becoming something big. But obviously sometimes you can't just rely on that. And I feel like if I ever quit uni just to focus, I don't know, I think I would have regrets. So I'm just doing both at the same time, get my degree and then push hard for my business. I think that's my plan and that's what my parents want me to do as well. Because I feel like if I ever told them I'm quitting uni to just focus on just my mom would laugh at me. Like she was, they would all laugh at me. So but even though they're so supportive of my business, obviously they know like if it's with businesses up and down, like sales is not always consistent and it's like you can't just rely on that as a like you know what I mean when you have like I'm so close to finishing. Imagine if I just you know what I mean? So it's like once I get my degree then I'm gonna continue push harder because I feel like I've done my bit for myself because I want the degree for me as well and for my future, so as much as the business.
And it's so it sounds like you're just preparing yourself for for options. So what would you say you'd want to pursue more, the business side or the more sort of academic sort of, not even if it's academic but more the
I mean the lifestyle of like not working for someone would just be so great. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants that, no one wants to work for anyone, like I guess realistically, but then I'm loving the career that I'm getting into, so it's like it's not like I'm gonna dread it. So it's like I don't know, like I'm more into my career now than my business, but that's because I'm loving it. Like, and I feel like that's my destiny. I feel like I'm meant to be a social worker. I don't think
I think as well, our parents immigrated, and for me, you come into Australia essentially for the education. Like it's like there's a big role or big part of education of my life. I've grown up, my dad pursued a PhD when he came to Australia. Like, if I then said, I'm going to go be a podcaster, like, it wouldn't, like, sit well.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
For me, personally, I know, like, I love what I study, and I love education. So, for me, naturally, like, education's, like, my thing. Like with taps and the family, they know me and studying. That's what I do. That's like what I do. But like, you know, being in third year, like I've been doing other things, and like I have like some interests, like in doing other things. But for me personally, like education is the main thing. But like I think a lot of us uni students, if you watch our lives, it's like more than one thing that we're doing. Like all of us can see here, like, oh, you know, yesterday I was doing this and that. Like we kind of just mix it up. And
I guess that's the difference between, you know, you guys and our generation. You guys, you know, have so many options and you're open to exploring those things. There's more information and advice for you, you know, before you even get into the careers that you're choosing. So I'm glad that you guys are, you know, exploring and expanding yourself so that you're not limited to just, you know, education. But it also sounds like you guys naturally enjoy the education side of things. You haven't, you know, nobody has sort of pushed you into that.
It's my headset.
You would do it. I know. And education is not easy. Not everybody is, you know.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
That is so true.
So not everyone is academically gifted, you know, so to speak. So where would you guys sort of place yourself? Would you say that you've had to really work hard in order to acquire an education to achieve those things? Or, you know, did you start, I'm smart enough and I'm just doing, are you just cruising?
I feel
would you say?
Everyone
naturally. And it's okay if you're naturally, you know, gifted intellectually. You know, some people, it's okay for you to say that.
Oh, definitely.
But I just want to know, you know, who would say, look, I've stuck with education, but man, it's a struggle.
Me.
But still, you've got really big dreams.
I feel like if I don't want to just give up and just be like, oh, like this is not for me. I kind of want to like fight it, like fight for it, you know, go against it and be like, no, actually, I can do this.
And that's a good, you know, attitude to have, Ropa, because a lot of the times there's a misconception, even when it comes to medical doctors and you know, people who are in those, you have to be really smart. Sometimes it's just really your willpower, your you know, dedication to it. And Australia has so many options and pathways that you can pursue before you get to doing it, and there's so much support. So I guess it's good to hear that, and you're being honest with yourself. Look, it looks beyond me, but I want to give it the best shot. So we're here for it, and we're here to support it. Keep doing it, you know, don't give up, and obviously seek help if you need that help.
I was gonna say, I think from a uni point, we can all say that uni's hard.
Uni's hard.
It's so hard. Like, uni's not easy. I say I love my course, but like first, second, third year, like I've had some intense challenges, and it's like we say that it's hard. Like genuinely, uni is hard.
It's a big step from high school.
Yeah, exactly.
High school is nothing compared to uni.
It's nothing insane. I remember in uni, like my first semester, I didn't pass the subject. Like I had to redo it in my second thing.
Stats.
Not stats, biology, bio 101. I had to redo
101 different.
Right. It was so different. Like and the thing is, for me, I didn't go stuff this. Like I had to, you know, reevaluate how I'm studying.
It's like what's next?
Like, you know, everything's not easy. Whether you're going to like TAFE, uni, trade, everything is complicated, but we've got resources to help. We've got people around us. Like for me, I had to tell my parents, like, this is what happened, and then go to like my uni counselors, be like, hey, this is like what I need to do. Like in everything, there's challenges, but we can still do it. Like obviously with Australia, like there's a concept like, you know, uni is easy, like we still work hard. Like,
it's hard.
I don't think I'm academically gifted or whatever, but like I go ahead and study. Like Chaps will come to my house, Shaniqua's studying, like go to uni, like whatever. I'm you know, we're working on
you
it.
put in the work.
So there's definitely challenges, but I think being in a country like this, there's resources to help. As long as you're willing to seek help and do what you need to do. Because there's a difference from failing and then just going, I'm not going to do
Exactly.
that.
That's not going to get you
That's
anywhere.
get up again.
You have to stand up.
It's kind of, you just make a choice. You make a choice whether you want to actually try and pursue what you want to do, or if you want to just sit there and just be sad.
Very much a test of character.
You know?
And your resilience.
Exactly.
Uni gives you more than just education, guys.
So true.
Exposure, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And you get to see the real, like, because for me, like when I first got into uni, like obviously you're so used to your school, your high school, everyone is there. Then you get into uni, and it's the real world. Like you see everybody. You just
you're not
see.
babied anymore.
Yeah,
man.
it's the real world. You're an adult.
Yeah.
Everything is all on you. Your responsibility. Whereas like high school, everything's spoon fed. Like
Yeah.
the teachers help you.
Or
Yeah.
literally-
Lecturers do not
Yeah.
care.
Oh, you said
They
dinner.
do not care.
I don't know.
Your
That's my
attendance,
problem.
it's up to you.
Honest-
If you fail, that's your business.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
they don't.
yeah.
They get paid at the end of the day.
They
They don't care about
They
you.
had the education, they did it.
It's all on you. So you have to have that willpower in yourself to be able to continue on.
pursue
Because it's
it.
long. Like 4-year degree. That's no joke. Like that's
3, 4,
Committed,
5.
yeah. And you guys have stuck with it. It's not easy.
Yeah.
A lot of people drop out, you know, because when you're in uni, it's time that you've and look, that happens. A lot of who's laughing? Why are you
Almost
laughing?
dropped out. We both thought about it.
yeah.
Like, am I really doing
But you know, to be able to stick with it, you know, and continue, I think it speaks to your characters. I think it speaks, you know, to you guys, your drive, which is a good thing. Are you guys worried at all about your HEX debt? Do you ever think about, oh my God, I'm
Of course,
accumulating, especially you? You're like,
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
We can't do anything about
It's
it.
the price that you're willing to pay to get that education.
We're already in it. We're gonna see it through, and
And it's not like you have to pay the whole 30
Exactly.
grand
Okay,
as soon
no.
as you
Yeah.
finish. You pay it
Yeah.
off, so it's like with
You don't
due
even
time,
you don't worry
and then
about it.
Maybe by the
Yeah.
time we have to pay, it will get slashed by the government somehow. So that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe. You never know.
Who knows?
But I give it up
There's
to
been-
international students. They're having to
yes.
work like full-time hours
up
and then
international
go
students.
to
To uni,
give it to them,
okay.
yeah.
My God, this has been such a you know, an amazing topic. It's a big topic. We couldn't even, you know, sort of slash it in one episode. And you guys have so much to say. You're heated about it, but we have to wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming. I've really enjoyed, you know, sitting down with you and hearing from you, giving, you know, us insights into what you guys are doing. Sounds like, you know, we've got amazing young people who are sticking to education and entrepreneurship. And it's also good to hear that your parents are being supportive. Thank you. I thank you for your time, and I really appreciate that. But thank you to our producer Enoch, and I just want to also give a shout out to Mtapa Media for the studio. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time where we discuss mental health. Until then, we're outside.
We outside. Bye bye, babies.
Good vibes everywhere. You wanna dance to my banjo? Get up and dance to my banjo.